Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how I use the React PDF renderer package with a React app that's running React version 18. And in this video I'll be following along with this article that I wrote on this topic, and I'll include a link to this article in the video description. And during this video, in order to demonstrate the problems and solutions that I use, I'm going to use this freshly generated React app that I created using create React app with the TypeScript template. So it's a TypeScript app. And I'll be using that to demonstrate how I get the React PDF renderer package working with a React app that's running React version 18. In this article here, I've documented the problems that I've run into and then how I solve them. And before I forget, I want to acknowledge a GitHub user named Antoine, H-A-R-E-L, who provided the solution that I used for to address one of the problems. And I'll get to that later in the video. So here I'm going to use this project as an example to demonstrate the solutions that I get to in this article. Okay, so when I try and install React PDF renderer in my project, I'm going to get a dependency conflict, and that's because React PDF renderer, the package.json file in that project says that that project requires either React 16 or React 17, whereas a React app created using the latest version of create React app is going to be running React version 18, and that does not overlap these two. So that's where this dependency conflict comes in. To fix it, or to work around it, there are two options that I've explored, and I found that I prefer this second one. If you want to learn about the first one, you can read this paragraph there. I'm going to show you the second one here, and it is to use the overrides property in my app's package.json file. So I can copy and paste this exact code into my project's package.json file anywhere at the top level. I'll put it right here before scripts. And with this overrides thing here, this is going to change the behavior of NPM when it comes to installing the React PDF /renderer package. Normally NPM would look at the package.json file of that package to determine what its dependencies are. But here I'm saying ignore what it says about the React version it needs, which right now is, it says it needs 16 or 17, and instead pretend that it needs version 18. So that's what this overrides thing does. So with this in place, and I save the file, with that in place, if I try and install the package now, I won't get that dependency conflict because I've altered the behavior of NPM. So now it has installed this package without a dependency conflict, and I can go ahead and use this package now. So I'll go to my app component, and I think I forgot to mention I also have a web browser that's running this code here. So if I make a change, let's say I'll add some exclamation points to the Learn React just to demonstrate that this is the same code. So there's those exclamation points. So that's live reloading whatever I do here. So I'm going to get rid of the boilerplate code and add some PDF code. And I have that typed in on my other screen here. So I'm just going to copy and paste it over. The first thing I'm going to copy and paste is a PDF that just shows some text. And since I'm using these, I have to import those components from the React PDF renderer library. So I'm also copy pasting that import statement. So with that in place, if I view the result, I expect to get a PDF appearing here on the screen. So I might have made a mistake here. Let's see. Okay, there's the PDF. I just had to wait for it to, I guess, for this thing to bundle this new stuff into my app bundle. Anyway, there's the resulting PDF, and it shows what I expect. It says hello world. But if I try and use other components in the React PDF renderer, I'm going to run into a second problem. And I'll get to that in a second. First, let me show you the problem. Those components that I've found suffer from the problem are SVG related components. So I'm going to replace this text with some SVG related elements here. So I'll update my import statement to import the things that I need, and then save the file. And so you can see in the code editor, it's going to show the same errors as the TypeScript compiler here. So I'll just show you this, it's bigger. There's a issue with the types. These components, SVG for example, I'm trying to pass it children, but as far as the TypeScript type information of that component is concerned, that component does not accept children. So I'll show you how I work around that. So here's the second problem. I summarized it as inaccurate TypeScript types. In summary, the React PDF renderer package type information hasn't been updated to work with React 18 yet. So I have to do something here to compensate for that. So this is a kind of an excerpt of the error that I just got. And how do I solve it? I apply the fix that this GitHub user provided in this GitHub issue comment. So it just involves putting this code anywhere, and I like to put it in a separate file just because I can keep track of the fact that it's a patch for an existing package. So I'm going to create a file here under source, new folder. It can really be anywhere, but I like to put it under patches. What did I say here? Patches, and then the name of the. So I'm really creating a folder that has this name. Okay, so it's patches, and then I'm not used to the way it shows this. Anyway, I want to create a file way in there called index.tsx, but really you could put this code anywhere in your project. You could even put it in your app.tsx file, but I like to keep it separate. So now I have this file, copy and paste it here, and in this file I'm defining 3 components, and these components basically just render the components from React PDF renderer. So it's the same components that I was trying to render here. The difference is these components are defined to accept a children prop, whereas the ones in the React PDF renderer package as of today do not don't say they accept a children prop. Even though they work with a children prop, their TypeScript type information is out of date. It's not compatible with React 18 yet. So that's why I have to kind of override those components with versions that do advertise their support for a children prop. So that's what I'm doing here. And then the last step is to actually use these custom components rather than using the ones that are built into React PDF renderer. So to do that, I just replace where I'm getting those components from. So I have the same old import statement as before, but instead of importing that component, this is just an example, I'll have to do it for all the components that I'm using that suffer from this problem. Instead of importing those from React PDF renderer, I'm going to import them from my patches file. So I'll show you what that looks like. It is the SVG and G components. I'm not using clip path in this example. So I'm going to get SVG and G from my custom components. So I'll get rid of them from here, from this import, and I'll instead import them from, and then I have to get to my patches file. So patches, React PDF, renderer, and that's it, since the index is implied. So you can see those squiggly lines have gone away, and I expect that the resulting PDF works just fine now, and it does. There's my SVG result. And I'll go back to the article now, and that's it. So with these 2 solutions in place, I'm able to use React PDF renderer with React 18. And by the time I post this video, this article will be publicly available in some form or another. And just a quick review, the changes that I made are I added this overrides blob to the package.json file, and then I added these custom components somewhere in my project. And I happen to like to do it in its own file. Just helps me keep track of things that are patches. That's it. Thanks for watching.